All right, I'm not gonna lie. I did not want to go hiking today. I just wasn't feeling it. And this happens to me from time to time. Sunday mornings, lazy, another cup of coffee, get the journal out, write. But somebody convinced me, really not even putting the pressure tactic on, but the good weather, this lovely weather, is fleeting. The window is closing. The door, if you will, is closing on an amazing summer. It's closed. Today is the 22nd, and it's autumn now. So, of all things, we're going to go up Mount Washington, the highest point in the Northeast, 6,288 feet, 1,917 meters. Gorgeous mountain, beautiful. Agiocochook, I believe, is the native indigenous word name for it. And we're gonna go do it and see some amazing things. So come on along. We got a lot to talk about and a lot of beautiful things to see. Okay, so probably the cool thing about this trail we're going to do, it's called the Lion Head. From the other side, it literally looks like a lion head, and if we do what we intend to, we'll see it. I'll show it on the video later, but probably the best part is that most people don't do this trail. It's the road less taken, or as Robert Frost would say, the road not taken. And so now we have the place to ourselves, and it's really awesome. We're psyched. Sweating a little.
Like, stuck.
How was that? Honest, you can be honest. That was kind of
A little sketchier than I remember. I don't know why.
Yeah, the Lion's Head Trail is not for the faint of heart. But that's the worst part, as I recall. The rest has big stumps and
that was
trees to hang on to. Okay, so the Lion's Head Trail, it's steep. It's like, and there's a couple of places where there's not really enough room for a legitimate trail. It's kind of a scramble, as they call it, fifth class. And so, yeah, I came up, I was spazzing out. Somebody's coming down from right up above us. But it's nothing pretty about it, but it's amazing. And the views are incredible, so it's fun stuff. I'm gonna put a hand down there.
Mm.
Now, of course, I'm in your way.
No. I got it. Just had to get my left foot in a good spot. Yeah! Woohoo!
So back over there is Wildcat Mountain ski area. That's where I more or less taught my kids how to ski. I know I've got it on cinematic, so it's all soft focus, but some gorgeous views back there. We're going to pop up into this area soon. We still got a little bit of hiking to do. That's called the Alpine Gardens. And my favorite teacher of history here informed me that the two great ravines on Mount Washington, Huntington Ravine and Tuckerman Ravine, are named after botanists, one from Dartmouth and one from Harvard, who studied here extensively back in the 1800s. And so there is a lot of flora on this mountain that survives extreme weather conditions. So while I hope we don't experience those conditions today, I do believe that we are not going to see a view on the summit. I heard we passed somebody and she said that it's in the clouds up there, but we'll see some beautiful stuff. So come on, let's keep going. The thing that's just crazy about, I think the first thing I said this morning was how little I wanted to actually go hiking today. And you know that it's that whole thing about pushing your comfort zone. It's really easy to be complacent on a Sunday morning. And then getting to not even the best part of what's about to happen today and becoming giddy with excitement that it's like, I can't believe I actually almost blew this off. Push the comfort zone. Push the comfort zone. That's the only way you can freaking accomplish things. Well, maybe not. I don't know. I guess some people win the lottery and buy a boat. I've bought lottery tickets before. I won $7 recently. Paid for 2 more tickets. This is way better than a lottery victory. As one travels up on the trail, they'll notice cairns, C-A-I-R-N, cairn, multiple cairns. And you think, why do they have to place the cairns so close together? Well, it is not uncommon for the visibility to be so poor here that when you're standing at one cairn, you can't see the next, or can barely see the next. So the idea would be, if there was snow on the ground, and there were very poor visibility, you'd at least be able to see the next cairn and make your way up to it, at which time you'd see the next cairn, and so on. And so that weather, it's pretty temperate today, but you can see, right, how the weather could move right in. A thing that's really cool about this trail and up here in the Alpine zone is that when I see motion pictures that are filmed in like the Scottish Highlands, it looks like this. I've never been, but it feels like this. It feels like people from Scotland who live in the Highlands probably feel really at home here. It's this high, kind of austere terrain with kind of the clouds, and you never know if the weather is going to turn on you. And this, for me and for many people that I spend time with in the mountains, it's these kind of environments that bring us a little closer to our inner core. And it's why we always come back. And why even on days where we wake up and we think, oh, it'd be so much easier to not do this today. And then we get out here. We start to remember where we came from, or at least have an idea that we came from someplace vastly different from the world we've created inside the 4 walls of our room, if you will. And with a roof and a wood stove and a propane tank that burns a heater. Like, we belong in these woods, in these wilderness areas, so we can learn about ourselves and get closer to people who feel the same way. All right, off we go. Okay, so those clouds, here they are. Thank goodness for cairns. I mean, we know to go up, but the cairns are not going unnoticed right now by us. You can kind of see them back on the horizon there. And you just kind of use them, believe it or not. It's really easy to get off trail here, especially walking on these little boulder fields. So this section here, all the way to the top, is why Mount Washington is affectionately referred to as the rock pile. It's this for a long way, and it beats on your feet, and people who hike here with their dogs frequently have to have their dogs rescued because it's so tough on their paws, and it's also a higher than normal hike. Dogs have to get rescued all the time here. People, when would they learn? You can just see the summit tower up next, just left of that boulder. And we're really dawdling here. Hi. Yeah, I hear you.
It's like, no.
The irony of being on the tallest mountain in New England or the northeast United States is everybody wants to be here, and you actually have to wait in line to touch the summit sign for a photograph because all the cars come up here. There's a cog railway, there's hiker shuttles. Pretty amazing. When in Rome. Okay, so this is really cool. So check this out. Here's this building. It's called the Summit Stage Office Souvenirs. It's like a hiker shuttle and people meet here, but it's building. They chain the building down. because of the extreme weather here. Like, that's how high the winds. The highest wind speed ever recorded by man was recorded right here, 231 miles per hour. And for those people who work in meters or kilometers per hour, I'll put that on the bottom. I don't even know how to convert that, but that is a lot of wind speed. And every year, many times, the wind speeds eclipse 100 miles an hour. Absolutely phenomenal. Ooh, shaped like a heart. Okay, downhill, which, believe it or not, is harder in some respects. Maybe not from an exertion point of view, but certainly from a knees, bones, and joints, and that resistance standpoint of like holding yourself back. And it's easier to trip or fall, and so you got to be kind of careful. And this is when most people are a little bit tired. The weather is kind of weird. I mean, it looks nasty, I guess, but it's temperate. It's really, mild temperatures, and it's probably only 20-mile-an-hour winds right now. But so we're heading down the Tuckerman Ravine Trail, and then we'll head over to what's called the Boot Spur. Up and over the Boot Spur over there, and then we'll drop down into Tuckerman Ravine, and the car is some miles down there, kilometers, and we're out of here. While I absolutely love people and probably could get a job as a professional host of dinner parties and cocktail hours, because I can mix with the best of them. I've had many friends tell me I should be a life coach. But I would say the thing I love as much as anything is solitude. And I know I'm breaking the silence of the solitude with my voice right now. But that love of solitude and all things wild is what leads me to places like this. Just what?
Just wow.
That's all you got to say? There's no words, right?
No, just wow.
Question is that I've been asking on poll questions. When people die in the mountains, do their spirits remain? But probably more to the point, it's not even people dying in the mountains, but are there spirits in the mountains? Like the mountains themselves have like a soul. It feels it. It feels it to me. What do you think?